There are many problems and issues that the penal facility here in the Philippines is facing. First is the overcrowding of inmates. Overcrowding of inmates will result in illness and death. For me, the government should build new facilities to accommodate all prisoners. Second is the pre-trial detainees. Many inmates, even though they are not convicted in court, but they are serving their sentences. According to the research, the prisoners here in the Philippines detained for 9 months without being sentenced. And for me, it shows how slow the court pillar is here in the Philippines. And lastly is the corruption happening in the prison. Rich inmate in jail pays the management to do their favor. And for me, it will result in unfair treatment in inmates.
So good morning, sir. Sir, I'm Manalo Aldrinho, and the first major issues that facing the prison is the major contemporary issues resulting from these social, economic, and environmental changes. Facing the correctional administrators include the changing trends in prison population, overcrowding in correctional facilities, and improvement of prison condition, increase of drug-related offenders, shortage and of effective. Second one is the problem encountered by the prison and the jail. The excessive use of pre-trial detention and the use of prison for the minor petty offenses are critical drives of prison population rates, as well as the related problem such as a lack of privacy can also cause of exacerbate mental health problems and increase to the rate of violence, self-harm, and suicide. Some common conditions include the depression, anxiety disorder, and the bipolar disorder. Recent research by the Bureau of Justice Statistics shows that more than half of the people in the prison have mental issues, and the fact of around of 1.25 million inmates live in the mental health conditions. Sir, yun lamang po, sir. Sir, thank you, sir.
Transcend issues of jails and prisons in the Philippines. Number 1. Severe overcrowding. Rodrigo Duterte won the presidential election in 2016. He promised to end crime within 6 months. This promise also included the killing of thousands of criminals. Duterte's election led to the infamous war on drugs and eventually overcrowded prisons. Pre-trial detainees. According to the World Prison Brief, 75.1% of incarcerations within the Philippines incarceration system are pre-trial. Unfortunately, many people are serving sentences without conviction. Pre-trial detention is found in judicial systems all over the world. In countries like the Philippines, people may serve time that outweighs their crimes. And overage prisoners in the Philippines are detained for 9 months without being sentenced. High death tolls. About 5,200 inmates die annually at New Bilibid Prison. According to Ernesto Tamayo, the hospital medical chief, these deaths are due to overcrowding, dirty living conditions, and inmate violence.
We can't deny the fact that the prisons in our country are somewhat unorganized. Most of the jails and prisons are overcrowded due to the increasing number of offenders and inmates, and a shortage of space and facilities. Another problem that the jail management in the Philippines facing is the lack of personnel inside the prison, where most people were forced to do work not included in their job. But still, prisoners here in the Philippines have an effective rehabilitation program, in which the main target is to change the characteristics of the offenders. The government also offers programs that can help inmates to enhance their skills in different fields. And through this, they can have an opportunity to have a job inside the prison. The importance of those ways depends on how our government takes action against the offenders. The inmates had a chance to become disciplined individuals, and through the help of those programs, inmates get an opportunity to get an education even if they are inside the prison. They are given temporary jobs to help their families outside. Also, They were given treatment, especially those who really needed it.